best practice is ensuring that women have access to holistic legal assistance. By that, we mean proactive access to specialist legal assistance in all legal issues relevant to their status as a victim of human trafficking. It should not be a reactive response to some other status, such as migration status, or because they have found themselves within the criminal justice systems. By holistic access, we mean access to legal advice on issues such as compensation, family reunification, economic and social rights, including the right to safe and appropriate accommodation, as well as immigration law and international protection, amongst others. Our experience has shown that NGOs act as important gateways for women who have been trafficked. They facilitate and they ensure access to the right and specialist legal assistance at the right time and in the right way.
Project partners from feminist organizations work together and have delivered a structured gender-specific legal assistance. Information and overall support have been given to more than 50 trafficked migrant women to date in areas central to their integration. This was guarded by a service delivery agreement which we developed at the start of this project.
Particular attention should be paid to women who are also mothers. If women have entrusted their children to the care of some relative in the country of origin, it will be very important to analyze the goal of family reunification. If the child is already born and is with the mother in the house, it is necessary to help her parenting skills with respect for her culture of origin, and it is also necessary that the mother can have all the facilities provided in the European country, a nursery school, contribution in money and so on, to better manage parenthood. Women and girls must be housed in appropriate context which safeguard them from any risk, creating an optimal environment for their empowerment process. All this must take place in a community atmosphere. A cohesive group must be created based on solidarity. The house is a common good. Each woman has her own room. The privacy of each woman is respected, and collectively we take care of keeping the common areas clean and tidy. Shopping and preparing meals are activities that we do together.
Trafficked women have experienced rape, betrayal, abuse, and if these traumas are not being addressed, they can cause, for instance, post-traumatic stress disorder, depression, or even suicidal thoughts. This is why it's very important that they can have an easy and fast access to psychological assistance. That also means that there has to be more free treatment places and as well more psychotherapists and psychologists who are willing to work with translators to address all the different languages the trafficked women speak.
Medical assistance to human trafficking victims is decisive. In the ASSIST project, we supported women that have suffered from STIs, gynecological problems, have underwent forced abortions, and also suffer from severe headaches, for instance, due to their trauma. So a gender-specific approach to medical support services in case of human trafficking is needed. So firstly, for example, is to support women by accompanying them to gynecologists, as many experience the examinations as being very re-traumatizing. So it's important that they are accompanied there and the doctors are informed about the trauma issue. Then also it's important that sex education is implemented, because many women do not know about their body, about reproductive rights, and also about, for instance, menstrual hygiene. Also, it's really important to refer women to doctors that are specialised in FGM, and also it's important to accompany women to hospitals and doctors in general, as many women need a trauma-sensitive approach which midwives and doctors are not aware of, and examinations and the birth situation, for instance, can be re-traumatizing.
Social providers must emphasize the resources and life skills that trafficked women have and further develop them to foster self-confidence as a first step to access to training and employment. Social providers should take into account their potential demands and specific needs while adopting a holistic view that recognizes how their recovery and autonomy process and the goals they set in the various areas of their personal lives can influence the development of their career plans. That's why we also consider essential to assist women in a gender-specific way and raise awareness among relevant stakeholders such as employers and educational institutions so that they improve labor and educational opportunities for trafficking survivors.
Trafficking in women for sexual exploitation is a form of violence against women. It involves sexual abuse, deep psychological and sexual trauma. Specialist services supporting women who survived male violence, including sexual violence, have developed pioneering techniques to help victims recover from trauma. These services should be resourced to cater for trafficked women and girls. Independent, specialist feminist organizations with all female and women-centered staff are best equipped to design and implement recovery interventions. The expertise of such services is invaluable for trafficked women. The state's tendency to interpret equal access to services as gender-neutral services is especially problematic for victims of sexual exploitation. This problem can be overcome by engaging and resourcing specialist women-only service providers for responding to trafficked women subjected to sexual exploitation.
We place trafficked migrant women at the center of this project. We train survivors in provision of peer-to-peer sessions. We interview trafficked women survivors in all participating countries, and they gave their opinion on what is appropriate and helpful in areas of legal assistance, material assistance, and various integration support linked to education, training, and employment. A pilot program for training of survivors who have already recovered and integrated gave survivors the platform and the core role of providing assistance as positive role models to recently identify victims through the peer-to-peer sessions. While we acknowledge that more can and should be done in assisting migrant women in their integration journey, the feedback from the women themselves is a testament to the success of this project.